What's up, Fit Fam? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today what I want to talk about is how to get your very first chin up. Now, even if you've done a chin up before, you can do a few repetitions as well. There's going to be some useful tips in here on how to progress your chin ups as well. So if you've never done one, listen up. If you've done them before and you want to improve on them, this is also going to be beneficial for you guys as well. Now, I love when people add in something like doing their first chin up as one of their fitness goals. It can be one of many, but it gives you a different type of target. It's objective, it gives you something to aim for, it gives you something to progress towards in terms of building up your strength as well. Plus, if you've ever seen anyone do their first chin up, it is a feeling of pure excitement. So it's something amazing to put in there too. Now, before I get stuck into some of the exercises you can use to help improve or work on the muscles for your chin-ups, I want to talk about the chin-up itself. When you are doing the chin-up, it is a tough movement. So a lot of people, they want to get it done. It is a hard movement. You've got basically your entire body weight predominantly on your lats and your biceps to pull your whole body up and over the bar. It is a tough movement, but it's an awesome one to aim for. Now, the primary muscle groups you're using throughout the chin-up are going to be your lats, which are obviously on the side of your side of your body here, or as part of your back as well. You do use a range of other muscle groups within your back, but your lats are going to be the primary muscle that you use, and also your biceps is going to be one of the other primary muscle groups that you're going to use within a chin-up. So when it comes to training for the chin-up itself, we're going to predominantly focus on exercises and things that help build, particularly the lats, among other muscle groups which help you out throughout the movement. Now, one of the other reasons why I love the chin-up among other bodyweight exercises is that it works on something called relative strength. Now, relative strength is how strong are you for pound of body weight or kilogram of body weight that you are. I think relative strength should be one of the building blocks for any good fitness and strength training program. The other one being absolute strength. So for example, if I can deadlift 150 but I weigh 80 kilograms and someone else can also deadlift 150 but they weigh 70 kilograms, their relative strength is stronger than my relative strength. When it comes to a chin up, if I can do a chin up and someone else can do 2 chin ups, even if they're lighter, for example, their relative strength is stronger than mine, even though I'm going a heavier weight as well. So I think it's a really great building block in terms of your overall fitness program. All right, guys, so I'm going to get stuck into some of the progressions that you should be working on if you're trying to get your first chin up. Now, firstly, when it comes to your training program, any movement that involves a row, whether it be a barbell row, whether it be a rip 60 row or anything like that, where you're basically using those muscle groups, your rhomboids, as well as your lats to pull yourself in, is going to be a great movement to start with. What you can do with these ones is you can start to build up your strength, focus on that rowing movement in towards the bar, towards your chest, and that way you're going to start building up the strength and the muscles around the lats, including the lats, which are going to help you get nice and strong. Now, there are a whole range of variations in here as well. So here is the barbell bent over row. This is one great variation where you can add load as you start to get stronger too. As you do this, you want to build up strength. So as you start to hit that 10 rep kind of range, you should be increasing your weight in order to make sure you are getting stronger and progressing your body. You can also do a rip 60 variation. You can do a whole range of variations as well, but these are going to be great building blocks for you to get a nice strong back. Now, once you've started to build this within your training program and you're building up some really good strength through your back, I want you to try a seated rip 60 assisted chin up. Now, one of the reasons why I love this movement and I recommend it to anyone who's trying to get their very first chin up is because your upper body is in that upright position and your muscles are going to be basically utilized in the same way that you would do a chin up, but it takes a lot of the weight off it as well. Plus, with this movement, you can get all the way up, get a full range of motion, particularly through your lats, and all the way back down to the starting position as well. So while rowing movements, bent over rows are great, this is a great first step in towards getting your very first chin up because it gets everything in the right position from your upper body. If you want to make this one a little bit easier as well, you can bring your feet in just underneath your body and take a little bit more of the weight off. So depending on where you are within your very first progression towards it, you can have your feet out straight and pull your body up, or you can bring your feet in a little bit too. Now, when you're doing this movement, we are trying to replicate a chin up. So as best as you can, you want to keep your upper body perpendicular towards the ground as if you're hanging from an actual bar itself. Before you start this exercise, you want to make sure the rib 60s are high enough so that way you get a full range of motion, your arms are locked out, so that way you're getting your chin up over to the bar. If you're seated on the ground and your elbows are bent, it is too low. You want to raise that a little bit higher as well. So this is a great starting point for you guys to start to work on your lats and your biceps in the position of a chin up. Now, once you've mastered that movement or you're starting to work through that movement, the next exercise I like to give people is what's called an eccentric chin up. Now, an eccentric chin up is just a fancy word which is utilizing the lowering part of the chin up to help build strength. So the best way to do this one is you want to have a bar, the same bar you're going to be doing a chin up on. You can do this with a band as well. We're going to show you banded ones in a second, but with a bar, you want to jump your chin up and over it and just lower yourself down as slow as you can. 3 to 5 seconds is a great time frame to aim for as you do an eccentric chin up. We are not trying to get our chin over the bar, we're trying to jump our chin up and over the bar and lower ourselves down. Now the lowering part of the movement is the easier part of the exercise. It is much harder to get your body up and over the bar, it's easier to lower yourself down. Same way if you're picking something up and putting something down, it's easier to put something down than it is to pick something up off the ground. When you're doing this one as well, you want to try to do it nice and slow. The longer you can keep up off the box, the better it's going to be and the more you're going to progress too. Try to get 3 to 5 repetitions at about 3 to 5 seconds on each of them. When you're doing this one as well, multiple sets throughout the week, it's going to help build up the strength. You don't need to wait for another week. You can do this 2 or 3 times a week. It's going to help you build up strength. As you do this one as well, guys, keep your body nice and straight, keep your core nice and tight, and make sure you are keeping your elbows out, engaging your lats, and lowering yourself down slowly. So this is a great exercise. As I said, you can do it banded as well, but a really good progression to working your way up. Now the final exercise before getting to the actual chin up itself is a band assisted chin up. There are obviously a different range of bands as well. The thinner the band, the harder it's going to be. So depending on where you are is going to be dependent on what band you use. I would much prefer people to use the smallest band they can and get 2 to 3 reps out, even 1 rep out before going into the next band, because that's what we're aiming towards. You're better off doing 1 or 2 repetitions at the smaller band, then regressing I should say, rather than going 10 reps at the really thick band or 2 bands for example. So when you're doing a banded chin up, what you want to do, put your foot onto the band, get your other foot around the front of it to lock yourself in, let yourself hang first. Once you're in that dead hang position, you are then going to raise your body up so your chin is over the bar exactly as you normally would, and then lower yourself down in a controlled state. Now when you're doing this exercise, you want to either do as many repetitions as you can throughout the movement, or you want to be jumping up and staying as high as you can throughout the movement for as long as you can. The less time you spend with your foot on the box, the better it's going to be. So if you are doing, say, an F45 and 40 seconds of work, you're better off doing a couple of repetitions at the heavier one, whacking your band on and getting a couple more repetitions out as opposed to resting throughout it too. We want to get as much time on tension as we can to build up those muscles. So with these exercises, I would recommend doing them in that order as well. You can mix them up, you can do them together, but they're all going to help progress, particularly building strength throughout your back. Once you've mastered those, or even as you're working towards them, guys, it is time to try your very first chin up. Find yourself a bar, let yourself dead hang for that one, and then start to raise yourself up. Now, a few tips on doing the actual chin up itself. Number 1 is engage your lats as much as you can. Your lats are quite strong muscles. It is going to help everything out as well. A lot of people, they over-engage their biceps. Get your lats involved in the movement as best as you can. My next tip is don't swing. Now don't cheat to do your very first chin up. You want to do it nice and strict and get nice and strong through it too. Particularly when you're doing the eccentric ones, one of the exercises I said before, the more you're going to swing on your way down, the harder it's going to be. So the more strict you can be, the better. Another tip is keep your core nice and strong. I like to keep my legs up behind me a little bit, but don't overemphasize this too. You don't have to necessarily have your legs straight. Find yourself a nice, comfortable position. My last tip would be to keep your body as straight as you can as well. You don't want to be wasting energy by having your head forward or things out of line as you do it. The more straight you can keep your spine and your head, the better it's going to be, the less energy you're going to waste. You're trying to go up throughout this movement, so anything which is going side to side is going to make it firstly harder for you guys, and secondly, it's actually going to make it a little bit heavier as well. So it's actually a bit easier to keep your body nice and still, and that way to just focus on your lats and your biceps, as I said, to get your body up. And that's it, guys. They're my tips on the progression for how to build up towards your very first chin up. Feel free to share this video, guys. Good luck with it all. I really hope you guys get it. If you do, please comment as well. Nothing I love seeing that people achieve something like this, because I think it is so much fun. It is a great goal to aim for, and plus I've never seen some people so happy as when they have done their very first chin up. All the best for your training, guys. Please subscribe if you like my content as well on YouTube. If you have anything else you'd like me to do or any how-to videos, let me know as well, guys, and I'll catch you soon.